I'll take that. And I'm going to take your money. I'm going to take that spell and I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell that cursed ring. And I'm going to sell that silver ring. And I'm going to set you on fire too, so take that too. And then I'm going to shut the door. No magic permitted beyond this point. Well, that sucks. Not Movis. Okay. Yeah, didn't think so. So they made it just so you can't use levitate and float across. So first, okay. I guess I need to put this in you.
Come on.
I probably should have looked to see where I'm supposed to take this guy first. Oh. That is obviously a trap, and I don't know how to deal with that other than... There. Just eat it. Nah. Okay, and we got a note. Nope. 113. It is what it said, right? Yes, just making sure. Quick save. Did I miss something? One, 1, 3. So I know that's right. Oh. Gotta shut that door. And the way those came across was kind of gross. Was there anything down there? Other than a lot of gross? Just a whole lot of gross. The old skull platforms. Oldest trick in the book.
I know who you are and why you're here. Orboplanix must have had time to contact you. I should have seen to him sooner. My guardian. Your presence here is of great encouragement to us. This proves we finally have the power to bring Akba to life here, and that he is more powerful than ever. As for the two of us, my sweet, we shall continue this ceremony.
Yeah, the music needs to chill out because it's kind of drowning the guy. Oh, and by the way, this is our first boss fight. No, wait, okay, and... having some difficulties. Okay, he has no mana to drain. This is not going to work out for me. I am super dead. It is pretty difficult to cast spells and dodge. Okay.
I know who you are and why you're here. Orboplanix must have had time.
That was not yoke. And sword out. No, wait. There we go. Oop. And I am one hit away from death. You cannot jump backwards. Gotcha!
Oh, bless you, stranger. I don't know who you are, but you've made a friend today.
Akbar will have to look elsewhere for his meal.
I won't forget this. I promise.
Very good. I don't believe it. I thought I'd be able to destroy this. How can it be too powerful for me?
Supposed to be making some sounds or something, but I guess it's so strong that we can't even hear it.
Have mercy, Master. He threatened me. Mercy!
Come, Erzog. You know full well that we must all do our bit for the cause with what feeble powers each of us possesses. But take comfort. Your modest sacrifice shall not be in vain.
I wasn't ready to leave. And so, the guard that set us on this little path is now sacrificed. What's this? Oh. Ancient ye olde security system. See? We'll just open the emergency exit now. What's... That's just dead end. Okay. Now we're ready to leave.
You're gonna regret
I can't cast this spell yet.
Oh, I don't have enough mana.
Stay here.
All right. Yep, took his head. What's real fun is when you get the fireball really strong, you can actually just blow enemies apart with it.
Here we go. You got it.
Come on. I probably should just conserve my magic and give my MP a chance to recharge. Let me guess. The day is over and the jewel seller has gone home. Nope, he's not there either.
The worst thing about trolls being stupid is that it's hereditary.
At least you're still open. Have some scrolls. I don't really need these notes anymore. So we'll just put them all here. And I'm sure nobody will assume that they belong to this lady and that she's a priest of Akba. How was that a joke? Well, it's because trolls are stupid. Ha 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 ha. So let's go check on Urzog. I'm sure he's fine. Let him know that we did the good. We defeated the cult. But we couldn't break the meteor. He doesn't need to know about that.
It is nice to see you, Guardian.
Little bit of respect for the high priest guy. He didn't leave a mess. He cleaned up after himself like you're supposed to. Oh, well. The prisoner was brutally murdered, but things happen. Sometimes your prisoners just get sacrificed to a god of destruction. Oh, well.
Majesty, our outpost has been attacked by the Ilsids. This time, there were no survivors. What's worse, we have not found the bodies. Perhaps they have been taken.
Great heavens! Where could they have been taken?
We do not know. They were swift and merciless. They are a formidable enemy, sire.
I suppose these Ilsids are indeed part of the cult of Akba.
Under the orders of Acerbius?
I don't really have any proof, but we first heard of them when the cult of Akba appeared. But there's something else. Sweeberus left the kingdom recently. He must have been able to tell that we were about to discover the truth about him.
What truth?
Sweeberus and Acerbius are one and the same. He is behind Fallon's murder.
Now I understand why Acerbius was waiting for me at the temple. He knew I was coming.
So, you fought with him. Finally, a bit of good news. Shakar, tell me, that you have destroyed the source of evil once and for all?
No. I was unable to destroy the meteor. Instead, I felt my energy draining away.
Good Lord! How can that be possible? Felnor, how can you explain that?
I was afraid this might happen. The stone is now in resonance with Akba, and the energy channel drains both your physical and your magical energy to feed Akba. In fact, by touching it, you have sent your own power to our worst enemy.
I think I understand what you mean, Felnor, but even my very best men have always failed in this quest.
Shagar is not one of your best men, sire.
Hey.
He is a guardian sent by the gods.
If you think there is the slightest chance that I can destroy this meteor, I will find a way to do it.
You must protect yourself against the meteor's energy drain. During the War of the Magi, the kingdom was given an artifact of immense power by the Order of Aeternium. Without it, we would quite possibly have lost the war. This artifact was composed of two pieces, Krahaus and Zohark. Any magician who possessed both of these items became immune to all energy-draining effects. It was thanks to this protection that the war was finally won.
Well, then just give me this object.
That's where it gets complicated. In fact, when this object was given over to us, a treaty was signed with the Order of Aeternium by Paxalis, father to our current king. This pact stipulated that we were to return the artifact to the Order when they requested it.
I see no wrong there, so?
So, 20 years later, a group of rebels rose up from God knows where, killed my wife, and kidnapped my daughter. She had only just been born.
And more to the point, they also took Krahaus. Luckily, we prevented them from stealing Zohark. The Order turned up a few hours later and demanded that we return the whole object to them. We could only give them Zohark, and ever since, they have been demanding that we honor our pact and find Krahaus once more. We have never found those rebels. We do not even know if they are still on the face of Arx, as they were only heard of that one time. Nevertheless, the Order assures us that they can still feel the presence of Krahaus in the fortress.
Very well. I will find Krahaus and Zohark.
Now go, Shagar, and save us from this demon. Find Krahaus and Zohark and destroy this accursed meteor once and for all. You must find Krahaus and Zohark. It's the only way we can destroy this meteor.
Shagar, now you must go on your quest to find Krahaus and Zohark.
Alright. Where do I start? Actually, I'm just going to talk to Snake Lady. She always has the answers. And hello, MB. You came in just during a cutscene, and I don't like talking whenever the game is. For some reason, the Fallon guy turned into a robot part of the way through there, but happens.
Shinkash. In what way is the king beholden to the Order of Aeternium?
It's nothing to do with your quest, Guardian. Suffice it to say that there is a debt that must be paid.
Does the king have something which belongs to you?
The treaty. The king must honor our treaty. That's all.
It actually has a lot to do with my quest, because the item that you want the king to return, I need.
I seek information about Krahaus and Zohark.
I think I've got what you need here. A book about the ancient gods, which mentions Kraus and Zoark. It may be useful to you.
Did you give it to me, or do I just... Is it this one here? Okay, so there's Haldor, Akba, Nope. Yep. Let's not click out of the window anymore. Yes, MB, this was from a time when games came on CDs. You couldn't download them. This is Great Inventions. Is that it? It's probably not.
Let yourself be infused with the wisdom in these tomes.
Thanks, MB. I like that picture too. In the beginning, the gods were omnipotent, but then they became impotent. They reigned over Arx for eons. Before humans made their first appearance, we know very little about the gods apart from seems they were full of wrath at the proliferation of humans and disappeared from the surface of the earth. Some of the very ancient writings suggest... Shut up, I'm reading. Suggest that the disappearance was caused by the lack of faith the first mortals showed them. Gods stayed longer... Two gods stayed longer than all the others before disappearing. Their names were Zohark and Krahaus. Zohark was the most powerful of all of the gods. He was thunder, lightning, and earthquakes. He was storms, hurricanes, and everything that represented the brutal forces of nature. But his power was only liberated by Krahaus. Krahaus was the goddess of equity, guardian of equilibrium and equality. They both needed each other, which could be why they stayed longer than the other gods, but finally they disappeared like the rest. Modern times saw ancient beliefs abandoned, and humans could create magic themselves, had their own turn at controlling the earth and lightning. Humans entered a new conceptual era where they had more belief in their own capabilities and turned to the gods for marginal things such as fertility or hedonism. No problems with that. They revered the gods of negotiation, gold, and luck, and even the gods of the poor, but these first gods, the gods' brutal forces of creation, had no place in the pantheon. Since the start of this new era and the shift of the faith, the most powerful gods have retreated to their own dimension called the Nodin, where they await new worshippers to enable them to return. That doesn't help me! Alright, I read the book. Where's the artifacts? So they can help me on my loans. I don't think even a god can get you out of that mess. I'm looking for information on these two relics that have disappeared. Oh, I've got a book on the gods those relics are named after. Here. It's on the shelf somewhere. Find it yourself.
Think he is.
Must have been.
And some bottles of blood. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm sure there's a purpose.
Oh, my dear Gary is so terribly industrious.
You're not wrong, MB, but I think it's kind of has to do with how the world is in such a sorry state. Oh. I guess you got back from your vacation. Regeneration, we're keeping that. Greater intuition, we're keeping that. Silver ring you can have. Spellcasting, here you can have this cursed ring. This world does not have a sun. The sun went dark years ago, and everyone had to move underground. In fact, let's go take a look at the surface. Aw, can we not interact with this anymore? Oh, there it was. And that's the surface of this planet. Isn't it beautiful? The game takes place entirely underground. There is a door that leads to the surface, and there is a way to open it, but you don't want to do that. It's just ice. The surface is a frozen wasteland. These are some old dwarven mines. And all of the races banded together to build this place. Well, without a sun, the surface is very, very cold. Okay, let's see if the journal has any advice. I need to find Krauhaus and Zohark in order to stop the meteor from draining away from my body. This is the only way to destroy. Well, alright. Oh, I do want to go to the surface, and it's one of the last things I will be doing. Actually, it will be the last thing I do. It did say that the outpost was attacked, so let's see what's going on there. Always starts you facing the wrong way. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm seeing several survivors right here. Oh no, the meteor has already hit. And it's a piece of another planet that is connected to a god of destruction. And there is currently a cult that is using it to commune with this god. And as they make sacrifices to him through it, it makes him stronger, and there's concern that this evil god of destruction can come here
I think I've damaged
through the rituals that this cult is doing.
Not really a very successful attempt.
Come on, pick this lock.
I think I've damaged my tools. Not really a very successful attempt.
Okay, I don't think I can handle that one. What about you?
There you go.
And it's just a couple swords to sell. So the king's astronomer was aware of this cult and put out a call to the gods saying, hey, these guys are up to some no good shenanigans. Can you come deal with that? And they sent your character to come solve the problem. And it was supposed to be as simple as just going up and touching the meteorite to destroy it, but it's never that simple. Yeah, this time they just didn't leave any bodies. But... Nope. Oh, I can get those now. Wait, can I? I think I need telekinesis for that. I don't believe I have that spell. Summon, negate, mass paralyze, incinerate, enchant, invis, mana drain, confuse, flying eye, fire field, paralyze, create field, flying eye, fire field, confusion, and nope. We do not have telekinesis yet. Jerk!
One more drink.
Are you still here? Nope, you are gone. Hey, you alright, dude?
To Loonshire, to our good king.
Did you know that this place dates back to when there was still a sun in the sky and we lived above ground? It's called the Yellow Rose.
Try it now. Follow your lucky star and win pots of gold.
Solve anything. It's been a while since we saw
I
Azrael
am.
Darkthorn.
I am the king's
I
long
bet he
lost
died
daughter.
in the crypt. Dirty
Well,
tomb raider that he
Certainly,
is.
sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I have nothing to say to you.
More I drink.
Come closer. Come closer. I can feel that luck is with us today.
I've been hounded by these assassins for a while, and they'll just kind of appear behind me, shoot me with like a poison dart or something, and then teleport away. It's not actually any real threat to me, because I can just immediately clear the poison. It's just really annoying. And it doesn't seem to be anything that we can do here, so... They're either from the cult or hired by the cult. Seems to be the same rat men that keep jumping me every single time. And I've only actually fought one of them once. And he took off, and I don't think I actually killed him. Come on. Yeah.
Do you have anything to tell me about the rituals?
No, Amshagar. No news.
The mushroom forest. The caves. Underground lake. We're gonna go pay the snake people a visit, and maybe at least they'll give me the artifact that they have. Yeah, I see some coins leading to a chest. It's in the middle of the room.
You not move.
Oh. Are you in here?
Die, bastard! Damn you!
I'll just put that right there. Oh. That's not what I was hoping would happen. So I blew that guy's entire body off. Now I'm gonna steal their one coin. And take the coin. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. And this chest was empty. But now this door is open. Maybe? Nope. Nope. So much disappointment. Okay, that's the stairs leading back up. What's that lady doing here? The 4-sound walk cycle. It's just footsteps. Wearing tap shoes.
What a pleasure to see you again, stranger.
The sentiment is mutual. I do not even know your name. I think...
Later. Let me be the mysterious woman for now.
I seek a magic object that was in the possession of a rebel group so I can apprehend the people that kidnapped you.
Do you now? What do you know about this magic object?
They call it Crow House. It once belonged to the kingdom of Arx. Must be combined with Zohark to unleash its full potential.
Well, perhaps you'd better follow me.
What? Oh.
Ah, you're waking up at last. Hello again, Shigar.
My head. Where am I? You know my name?
You're in the middle of the so-called rebel camp. And you've got their chief right here in front of you.
I think that's what happened.
You were the head of the gang that killed the queen, kidnapped the baby, and stole Krahas?
You shouldn't believe everything you're told. And anyway, you're not here because of that story, are you?
True enough. I'm here because I need Krahas to destroy the cult of Akba.
Well, I tried to investigate the cult of Akba myself, which clearly didn't go so well. As for Krahas, we've got it here for safekeeping. But I can let you have it, provided you can find me an equally powerful item to replace it.
Why should you trust me? I could tell the king of all this.
Well, there's this little matter of you saving my life. And as far as I can tell, you are the single greatest enemy of Akba's cult at the moment. So we've a common enemy. But if it comes right down to it, you cross me, you die.
Don't worry, I won't betray you. Tell me about this object you want in exchange for Krahas.
I have found old legends of the Shield of Ancients, buried many years ago with a great warrior. I've sent a number of expeditions to find it, but so far with no success. Bring me the shield, and Krahas is yours.
I shall do this thing.
Are you cool with me robbing everything? Also. Yeah. Alright, you're fine with it. In the beginning, the gods were omnipotent. Okay, we've read that already. I'm gonna steal your bread. Drink your water and then take the bottle. A 1960s era mobster? I wasn't aware that they spoke like that. Alright, rules of Nodin. Laws of Nodin are as placable, and no one, not even the gods, may break them. First, the most important rule is that no god or demon prince shall ever leave the Nodin. Article 1, Chapter 1. The consequences of a god or demon prince in any old dimension would be extremely detrimental to the harmony of the universe. A god who managed to do this would gain infinite power and could act on all levels of reality and dimension. This is why gods and demon princes must only interact with in dimensions where they are worshipped by signs, dreams, or by endowing humans upon whom they confer different powers. However, they must not in no shape or form pass to that dimension. The few gods who have dared risk on an excursion into other dimensions now rot within enormous crystals called the Gems of the Nodin, trapped by the Guardians Silibnurith sent to bring them back. The Guardians are, in effect, superior beings created by the Sibartus and sent by the Nodin to bridge the dimensions for them. They are not gods, rather the police of the gods. So, Wilds, I am the law. Who have been entrusted to ensure that the rules of the Nodin are respected in all other dimensions. In the beginning, the Sibartus used to give them great powers so they could bring back the errant gods more quickly, but as soon as they realized the damage that their wealth of powers could cause, they agreed only to empower them with just enough to complete their mission. However, they were gifted with an outstanding capacity to adapt to new situations, and with great speed of learning, allow them to make better use of whatever resources they may have at their disposal. By limiting the power the Guardians possess, attempts at deification have been avoided. No mortal can exist in the Nodin, and any god who wishes to bridge dimensions requires a host body. In general, such gods use the body of mortal that has invoked their coming, latter often being overjoyed, to offer themselves in sacrifice. The Nodin keep record of all the gods who exist or have ever existed. Legends and other dimensions therefore tell Akba, Zeus, Zelardus the Vile, Alidor, and many others. That's probably what Harry... His name is Harrier, not Harry. Created by some god or whatever, and that's why he can't remember anything. That fits our story. Shigar doesn't remember anything because the transit from the Nodin to this dimension like wiped his mind. War of the Magi. Time humans live above ground, magic.
You must eat now.
Come on, really? Fine. What is it? No. How did that symbol go? There. Now we're not hungry anymore. Gonna steal your flowers. Your money and the scroll. I'm gonna sell it.
Locked.
Maybe that's also why Harrier is an apocalypse cop. He knows what's happening. I'm gonna sell all that too. There are moments in Disco Elysium where you learn about him or the world or his past, etc. that have me wondering if you're going to discover he really was sent by some entity to begin the end times. MB. That would be funny. Just from the shopkeeper's perspective. And it's, oh, this is completely normal. Locked. Save.
It's too complicated for me.
And broke my tools, but whatever.
We are here to protect Aaliyah.
Private property.
What?
I'll give you 3 seconds to get out of here. If you don't, I'll attack you.
Alright.
Move on. Orders to follow.
Fine. Jerks. Oh crap, is that actually her name? That just went right by me.
Think Craw House is well enough protected?
Don't worry, it's well guarded. I'd be surprised if anyone managed to steal it.
MB, Shrouded is a writer, and one of the main characters in one of his stories is named Aaliyah. Deal with your little rat problem, or completely miss. I can do that too. Oh, that was just guard in that room that was telling me it was private property, and if I didn't leave in 3 seconds, he would attack me. You know, if I was the one who made this game, I would put stuff underneath these houses. Somewhere underneath here, I would have some kind of a treasure. Just, hey, you explored down here where there's really just a bunch of muck. Here's a thing. You guys okay if I take this knife? Can I take this apple? Can I basically just take all of your food? Don't worry, I'm gonna sell it. I want these bottles too. And then this is private property place. You know what?
Hey, here, sir. It's out of bounds.
No, this isn't out of bounds.
I'm asking you to move on. Don't move!
Alright, well, I just killed Aaliyah. So yes, apparently you are not supposed to do this. She was probably important, but this game will let you solve quests basically in a variety of ways. We'll just reload and not do that.